Speaking of 2022 movies, Jordan Peele just released Nope, and I absolutely loved it. It was one of his best movies, and I think he's someone who has been proving himself for a long time as a voice who really knows what he wants to say. Jordan Peele, started making shorts with Key and Peele, and that comedy group made so many great shorts. I mean, I remember watching with my buddy Josh the substitute teacher one. I feel like everyone's seen that. And then there's also the other stuff they've done, like the Keep Dancing one, which is horror, and it's just shown that Jordan Peele's always kind of liked horror. But I really, really did enjoy his debut, Get Out, in 2017. That was a huge movie, kind of broke tons of records. It really established that, a lot of filmmakers could start making movies. I would say more about, cultures and adding in horror elements to them. Because honestly, after that, Blumhouse started making lots of movies that were similar to Get Out, or trying to kind of take from that idea, adding a racial spin to horror. He did a great job with Get Out. I'll say that the pacing was incredible. It was a great movie. And, it is a very enjoyable movie. And as a horror movie, it did follow kind of conventional tropes. The kind of reminded me of, The Brain That Wouldn't Die, or any like head replacement movie, but he added his own spin on it, and that was what made it important. And it was good, But I do feel that he showed that he could make movies that were more like impressive. With Us, his second movie, that was a great movie that was very scary. He was really trying to deliver fear and say that, people breaking into your home is scary. People who are doppelgangers are scary, and he directed it incredibly. Just the design of the underground in that movie, the lighting, the costume choices, it was all so perfectly done. He really established he knows what he's doing, especially with horror. Like, there's no doubt about that. So then when Nope came out and everyone was crying, being a little bitchy because it doesn't deliver scares every, 40 minutes, or it does, only in 40-minute spurts, I feel that, you can put a pause right there. There have been some very good comparisons, for other movies. Look at Halloween Kills. Terrible movie. I mean, really just an awful movie that doesn't know what it's saying. So that movie I would criticize because it doesn't give you any kills, and when it does, it's just stupid, honestly. It's like the nurse is having sex with a doctor, and then they're killed, and you're like, okay. But in Nope, it is so well-paced that it even opens with this mysterious shot of a monkey playing on a set, and people are dead, and you're curious as to what that means. Then it cuts to this footage of a man riding a jockey, a black man riding a jockey, and it rolls its opening credits through this, and then it's also telling you something else through the frame lens of the story, which I'm just going to spoiler alert here because I'm assuming you've all seen it. It's the alien, and I think that, Jordan Peele knows how to pique your curiosity. He doesn't need to give you stuff that's terrifying right away. And that's what's so good about Nope. It isn't horror, so to speak. This was advertised as being the first IMAX horror movie, so I see why people were, so disappointed. They're like, this wasn't scary. But it is a very thrilling neo-Western movie that also has elements of sci-fi and horror in it. And I think it uses those elements so well. I think that instead of just giving you scenes where there's clear, this is the thing. Most movies are terrible because they give you those awful jump scares. This movie gets rid of the fake jump scares and it gets rid of the fake outs for things that are very important. It builds up trauma. It builds up the relationship between M and OJ. And by the way, I think they're excellent. Keke Palmer, Daniel Kaluuya were so good as siblings in this. Just the differing energies. I mean, it really just adds so much to the character. And then adding Angel, the tech store guy who's just kind of a dick and agrees to help them, as well as Michael Wincott's character. This movie is just very well directed. It knows how it's going to pace itself. And even I'm saying, it doesn't give you horror stuff right away, but you meet Stephen Yeun's character and you find out about his past and about how he was a child actor. And then you kind of get a little bit of information about the monkey. And then that leads to you understanding that he's trying to control or thinks he can control whatever is out there in the sky. And it builds up to this gradually. You see he has a show, Stephen Yeun's character has a show, and he invites everyone and he says there's going to be this beautiful show in the sky. And it's very, to me, eerie and it's unsettling as opposed to being directly horrific. It has some horrific moments, but that's all you need. I mean, the scene of everyone being sucked alive by the alien is pretty intense, and then you have the monkey sequence, and then just the overall unsettling nature of the film it's perfectly done. And I think that it's a movie that people really didn't get because they were expecting just a regular horror movie that wasn't, telling you anything. I think Get Out is clearly telling you about race. It's very in your face. It's good at being a, old school B movie type film, but Nope really is saying more. It's talking about the entertainment industry. It's talking about how we exploit things that are out of our control just so we can get views. And, it was even proven. I remember when Logan Paul was saying, I hated this movie, and people were saying he's the exact type of person to, be bored by it, because they even make fun of a character who's just there for views and then ends up getting killed. It is a movie that isn't directly a horror, but it's great because of that. And I think that, we need more movies like Nope that don't confine to one genre, but still are great. And, it really is a great, great movie. The final thing I would say about Nope is that, it was awesome to see in an IMAX screen because it's a Spielbergian type of movie. It isn't directly horror, but it's giving you this sci-fi neo-Western vibe. And the main characters are great, and there's this great sense of bonding between them. And I overall just really like this movie. And it's going to stick in your head, and that's what you need. Like Bullet Train, I forgot about, right away. But Nope, it keeps you interested. So there's that, and I hope you guys all felt the same. Let me know what you thought of Nope. Thanks for watching.